Good evening, world. It's Ivan Mayer. It's coming at 6 o'clock. This is my third video, guys. And my last video. Yep, after this video, I'm done. I'll watch show you guys. Now that I might watch maybe John Campia highlights, Perry Stone, that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah. Will there really be a bidding war in Hollywood over your Xanus brand? Oh yeah, my stepmother told me that, right? Yeah, in Hollywood law this and they'd be all over your store. That's what she told me. Yeah. She said your book is number one, which means it's number one. It's number one IP. And you guys know I'm talking about from what you've read, right? Yeah, and based on what I read off your book, yeah, that's a masterpiece. Obviously. Yeah, Tactics doesn't know what's outside the walls. You know what I'm saying? And Tacitonius and Cassius and Aramis have to they can't let them know about the demon wolves. So Tactius and Tacitonius are living a peaceful, beautiful life in Xanus. But like beyond those walls, further in the south, there's the devil wolves and the devil bats living in the south, and you have the Salos living in the south. That's a masterpiece, man. Obviously. Some Sarah. Like, yeah, like, here's I, man, looking at our masters, I know. Yeah, they're living a peaceful life in Xanus, like a beautiful, say, a land like Rivendell. But past those walls further, when you pass the mist and saw the devil wolves of Barak, yeah, I'm looking at masterpiece, I know, Peter. This is Bro of the Rings, I know, it's Bro of the Rings. That's why they would be a bidding war in Hollywood with my brand. But why the heck would I sell in Hollywood when I can own my own film studio with VJ Bear in Hollywood? Like, if I make $30 billion off my two books, me and VJ can start Skies Entertainment, a company better than Hollywood. VJ would tell me, yeah, Ivan, thank God you didn't sell, man. Like, you made the billions off your two books. You made $30 billion off your book. We can put a good $350, $400 million towards a studio lot, Ivan. You can fund your Xanus Will for $3 billion. Make $30 billion, $35 billion off my two books, obviously. But if I don't release their unique, I'll make probably my 18, maybe 20 billion on Xanus. Even with 20 billion, that's enough money for me to just start on film studio, obviously. Sarah? Yeah, that's my point, right? Yeah, there you go. Ivan, what IP is more valuable? Their unique or Xanus? They're both very valuable because I wrote it, and they're both They're both going to be masterpieces. But Xanus is a more valuable IP because it's epic fantasy. Obviously, it's like biblical level deep, like fantasy. It's an amazing story when you read it. I almost felt sorry for you. Yeah. I don't know. Volume 1 and 2 dark. Yeah, they are, but like Volume 1 and 2 is more light. But you do get a bit of that darkness in it. With you have the battle scene with Tacitonius and Cassius and fulfilling the 25 wolves. I won't spoil story for you. That's dark, and you have the capture scene with the demon wolves. That's dark, and you have the battle scene in the prologue, obviously, and you have the landmarkings of Saras as you guys read a sneak preview of in what was Saras and more. So it is a bit dark. And you also have the wolf scenes in Volume 1 and 2, but Volume 3 is when it gets very, very dark. That's when it gets horrific and dark, obviously. Xanus is a masterpiece, man. Yeah, the greatest fast novel written. Masterpiece, man. Yeah. Peter would tell me, oh, even this will be better than my masterpiece. Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece, man. And Peter Jackson will tell me, Ivan, man, like, if you think my Lord of the Rings is good, this will be better than my Lord of the Rings. I know I'm talking about Ivan. I directed Lord of the Rings. Yeah, Peter, your Lord of the Rings was a masterpiece. My favorite movie shows. Yeah, Ivan, this will beat that, Ivan. This will beat my Lord of the Rings, Ivan. I know people tell me that. Gamble Torvin told me, yeah, Ivan, this will beat Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, man. This is going to be a powerful story. You have something like Prince of Egypt, man, with the Exodus. All you guys who saw Prince of Egypt, you guys remember that Exodus scene? Yeah, imagine something like that in my movie. So it's not like that. It's a fantasy world, but you have an Exodus. I showed you the scene in Prince of Egypt where they go through the mountains. Yeah, it's picture something like that. They go through the Rocky Mountains, and the moment they enter the mountains, they're now in Ephesus territory. And those mountains are cursed, as Aratat said. They're cursed mountains, obviously. And the demon bats live in the caverns. Here's Ivan, and the mosquitoes, Ivan. I'm like, here's Ivan. Look at him. This is Lord of the Rings. I don't know what the Rings is. Yeah. Vija will tell me, yeah, Ivan, I read your Xanus book. That's a masterpiece, Ivan. You wrote that, Ivan? You wrote that, sweetie? I'm like, yeah, I wrote it. She's like, holy shit, Ivan, that's an amazing story, Ivan. You wrote that? I'm like, Ivan, you wrote that book? I'm like, yeah, holy shit, that's the best fantasy novel. That's the best novel I read in my life, Ivan. I enjoyed that more than Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter. I know, VJ. Ivan, I can't wait to play Olivia Ivan. I love the character Olivia Ivan. She's an amazing character. I know, as you guys are right. Olivia is an amazing character in the book of the region, obviously. Yeah, amazing character, Olivia. You going swimming today, Ivan? Nah. I'll start going swimming maybe Wednesday after work. I'll swim. I took like 7, 8 days off straight swimming, man. I'm lazy, obviously. Yeah. I just hope I get the results from my welfare. I hope I get accepted, man. I need the money because I don't want to work. I'd rather just work once a week at Indies and collect my welfare, and I can just work on my third book, obviously, and finish up Xanus. I already finished Xanus. I just gotta go over the last 2 chapters of Volume 3, right? So if you're saying Xanus will be better than all the greats that came out in Hollywood, yes. It'll be better than all all the greatest movies, all the trilogies or movies that are considered the greatest movies of all time. It's not Xanus. Xanus is better than that, man. Dune 2, The Dark Knight, you know what I'm saying, Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame, Black Panther, Winter Soldier, Civil War. Xanus is better than all those movies. You know what I'm saying? Raw Man and John Campbell, you got some balls to that. No, guys, I'm not lying, man. You'll see what I mean in my book. Xanus is a great story for told, man. It's a masterpiece, man. Why can't those books, those IPs beat Xanus? Because the story of Xanus is biblical level deep. It's deep, man. It's like Passion of the Christ level deep. Obviously, like it's that deep. When Jesus was in agony and you see all the demons and everything, yeah, it's that level deep. Except it's even deeper than that because I'm putting $1 billion towards Xanus, and Aratat and them are going to be the most horrific beings ever. I'll show you what I'm thinking of for Aratat and them, guys, again on the computer. Aratat and them are going to be the most horrific beings ever, man. They're going to be devils. In the book, they're not that scary, but then they're pretty freaky in the book, obviously, as you guys read. There's no trace of legends and but because it's a book, they're not that scary. When I bring the demonic characters to life, they're going to be demons and devils, man. I'm out. Sarah? You have to tell John Han Ali, Ivan, I want different looks for the wolves. So some of them look like Pennywise the Clown, like it. Some of them look like that Black Phone mask. The Ethan Hawke mask that he wears in Black Phone 2. You guys know the movie Black Phone. I saw the first one. The first one was not bad. I didn't see the second one yet. Yeah, you know that mask? Yeah, like you have to... I want the demons looking like that. I want the bats looking like that delving animal. Except push it to the limit, guys. Make them as scary. Ivan, how scary? Push it to the limit, as scary as you can make, as they can possibly be. And then those concept pictures that John Han Ali draw, now the designers who design the mask will design the mask, the prosthetic mask, like that delving animal. Updated masks, obviously, better than even that technology. based off those demonic pictures. And because I'm putting $600 million towards visual effects, once they add in the visual effects, you're looking at demons and devils, and most horror beings movie history. That's why Xanus Will have crazy white buzz, and John Boyega, Jimosu, Amon Joje, Edris Alba, Andy Serkis, and all those guys are lucky. They're going to experience that fame with me, and they're going to be a part of that horrific journey with me. Vijay will be going on that horrific journey with me, and Ariana Grande, Yelmanette, and Don Cheadle or Russell Crowe or Vigo, whoever I choose from Maris, Carl Urban. They're going to go on that horrific journey. Idris Alba will go through that horrific journey in the prologue. We'll see that when you read the prologue. But he will not be going on that horrific journey with me and the other actors because Taki is at first is a minor character, obviously. He's a major character in the prologue, but after that you don't see him until like Volume 3. But in Volume 3 he only has a small scene, obviously. But Idris Alba will also be going through that horror too, as you'll see that when we read the prologue. I almost spoiled so for you. That's why I say they're going to be legends, obviously. The Hollywood actors are saying this, right? All those guys are going to be legends. All those guys are going to be legends. All those guys are going to be legends, obviously, right? Yeah. Ivan, what people feel the most like shit when you release Xanus? The famous authors, obviously, who write in the fantasy genre. All the authors who are in the book publishing business who sold millions of copies. Those guys are really gonna feel like shit. Like Stephen King, Brandon Sanderson, George R. Martin, Stephen Erickson, J.K. Rowling. Those authors, Stephen Meyer, and you know what I'm saying? They're all, you know what I'm saying? Jasmine Guillory, her book sold 1 million copies. Those guys are all gonna feel like shit because my book put their books to shame. I don't mean to be rude. My book is a better read than those books, obviously, as you guys read. Obviously, they beat their books in copies sold, and it's the greatest story ever told, and you can't beat that. And even the Hollywood screenwriters and the executives and the directors are gonna feel like shit because all these great directors and screenwriters who wrote amazing movies, yeah, our movies are amazing, man. That's not Xanus, man. Xanus is the best story ever told, man. That's a masterpiece. Yeah, it is. It's a masterpiece, man. Yeah. And I showed you guys sneak previews of Xanus. You guys know what I'm talking about, man. Xanus is a masterpiece. It's the greatest fantasy novel ever written. There you go. Some Sarah. Yeah. It's a masterpiece. Oh, Ivan, show us 1 and 3. No, man, I'm not showing you shit, guys. I don't want to spoil stuff for you. Yeah, we really want to see Volume 3, man, because that's when you introduce the ancestors and it gets dark. Yes, but I'm not showing you Volume 3. Because I don't want to spoil stuff for you. We want to know what it's like with the Exodus, Ivan, with the people when they're all scared and everything. Yeah, I don't want to show you that either. I don't want to spoil stuff for you. It's cinema, guys. When I enter the cameras, I don't want to spoil stuff for you. Masterpiece, man. Yeah. So there is Moses symbolism too. Yes, there is. You have the Exodus. Tactius frees the Southerns from the devils in the South, obviously. Sam's Ivan, I caught that. Yeah, there is quite a bit of biblicism in Xanus. Because I grew up a Christian my whole life. I went to church for 17 years of my life. I grew up in the faith. That's why you do get quite a bit of biblical symbolism in Xanus when you read it. Because I grew up reading the Bible, going to church and everything. Yeah. Obviously. Sarah? But Xanus is not a Bible story, no. It's a fantasy, epic horror story, but you will get some biblical symbolism when you read it. You'll certainly when you read it. I won't spoil the story for you, obviously. Especially with Tactius, Jesus, he prays and everything, and Aratat's the devil, obviously. Yeah. Xanus will be a masterpiece, man. I mean, masterpiece in this. That's why, even though it's tempting, it's got that Pro Hockey League. I'm like, yeah, I don't. No way am I gonna write that masterpiece and pass up making that amazing movie over being a pro hockey athlete. Like, yeah, being a pro hockey athlete is cool. My dream, the real reason why I want to start Scotch Entertainment is I want to turn my book Xanus into a movie. Obviously, because you're looking at the greatest movie trilogy ever made, man. Looking at a masterpiece. Will any movie beat Xanus? No. Even the movie, if everything's done right, if me and Peter write a good script, or Mel Gibson and Manny Walsh, if I choose, like if me and Peter write an amazing script, which we will if you follow the story and we do our brainstorming, and you have Aratat McDowell's, and I put all that money towards the movie, and you pay the Hollywood actors a lot of money, Lawrence Howard crew a lot of money, and everyone works hard, and you get a better movie, nothing will be able to beat Xanus. Peter would tell me, yeah, Ivan, like this will be the greatest movie children made, and nothing can beat this, Ivan. This is unbeatable, Ivan. Yeah, it's too deep. You can't get any deeper than that, right? Yeah, man. It's biblical level Jesus deep, right? Jesus died on the cross to save the humans from hell. So it's deep, man. It's biblical level deep, Xanus. And you also have the demons and Passion of the Christ. I won't spoil the story for you. Yeah. Will you make a few changes in the story? Yes. For example, the scene that you guys read when the crowd was praising Tactius, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Tactius, hail, sir, Prince, Tactius, hail, sir, Prince, Tactius, you know what I'm saying? And there's a demon face in the sky that stares at Tactius. In the book, there's only one face. In the movie, you can have them be like maybe 10 faces staring at Tactius. You can make that change. Whereas in the book, I just say there's one face. There's a face. In the movie, you can have, yeah, we can make that change. People tell me, yeah, you want like 10 faces, Ivan? Yeah. But they only appear for like a quick second. So when you watch the movie, you have to really pay careful attention, obviously, to the faces. The demonic faces that are staring at Tactius in the sky. And there's also faces staring at Tactius in the sky in the north too. Obviously, I won't spoil the story for you. Because you guys are probably wondering, yeah, in the beginning of the prologue, when Tactius says it's time, and he looks at that face, what is that face, Ivan? I don't want to spoil the story for you. You'll see what I mean when you read the book. You have to read the book to understand that, man. And what did Tactius mean by the will? I don't want to spoil the story for you guys, man. You'll see what I mean when you read my book. I don't want to spoil the story for you guys, I'm sorry. Yeah. Why? What does Tactius mean by its time? I don't want to spoil the story for you guys, man. You have to read Volume 3 to understand that. Volume 3 answers all the questions about the faces in the sky. When you read Volume 3, okay, that makes sense, yeah. And you'll find out why I called Last Rosades when you read Volume 3 too. Volume 3 is the volume that answers all. Volume 3 is like pretty much the real plot of the story. Like Volume 1 and 2 are leading up to what really the story is about. That's why I'm not showing Volume 3. I only showed you the beginning of it, and that's it. Obviously, there's no trace of human flesh in Sapphires. I'm not sick, I know. No servant. The mountains. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. And Aratat's like, the mountains must somehow lead them to the north. Yeah, Aratat says that. And they're like, Aratat, why can't we go there? Like, no creatures can stand against us. And Aratat's like, no. He's like, that's not my territory. Those mountains are cursed. We cannot linger. Never linger there, because it's not his territory. It's not Aratat's territory. Samsara. Yeah. So are you saying like all the different races are not really? Yeah, all the different races are not welcome in each other's territory. Like you guys, does that make sense, guys? That's why when the Northerns come to the south, they're like intruders. When Aratat was talking to Tacitonius and Cassidy, he said, "What are you doing in my territory?" You know what I'm saying? They're like intruders, obviously. The wolves are also intruders when they enter the north. I won't spoil the story for you. And the bats are intruders in Aratat's territory. Aratat's also an intruder in the bats' territory. They're not welcoming each other's territory, obviously. But the bats and the wolves' common enemy is the humans. Even though they're not the bestest of friends, remember Aratat said they're no friend of ours. Obviously, as you guys read. Does that mean they hate each other? No, they don't hate each other, but they're not the bestest of friends. They're different races, obviously, but their common enemy is the humans. That's my point. That's all I'm going to say. I won't spoil stuff for you. You'll see when you read the books, I'm sorry. Oh, your book is sick, I know. You guys read the scene in Volume 3. Aratat says, yeah, that is not my territory. Never, those mountains are cursed. Never linger. Obviously. He's like, yeah. He's like, in the caverns dwell the bats. They go back generations like us and the humans. That's why I didn't show you the rest of the scene, because that's when the story starts picking up. I won't spoil the story for you. So when you read the book, obviously, some Sarah. All right, how scary were everything all of me? Well, I'll show you guys what I already showed you guys. The pictures on the computer. You're looking at devils, man. And I can show you guys a few recent images of Xanus if you want. You guys already read, right, to refresh your minds. I'm not showing you any new scenes, guys. This is why I need my laptop. It's annoying showing yourself on this computer, right? All right. So for Ephesus, devil being, I'm going to show you how Nali. Devil being an animal. Nine largest. Ephesus. Yeah, devils like that, except scary than that. I'm going to tell them I want them 2-3 times scarier than that. And then for the wolves, let's do Pennywise a clown. Yeah, demons are that, guys. So you want different looks? Yeah, like some of them look like Pennywise the clown. Others look like the Black Phone. And then Aratat, like that clip I keep showing you, right? You have different looks, obviously. And they're demons. Scarier than even this, guys, right? No. Demons like that. Yeah. Except that picture, it's a human being wearing a mask. In the movie, they look like devils like that. You guys from Sarah. So I want different looks like that for the walls. I'm going to show John how these pictures. Because you're looking at devils, I know. And some of the walls will look like Aratat, obviously. I want Aratat like this. Wait, why can't I enlarge it? No? The YouTube? What the fuck? Why is YouTube... What the hell's going on here? I can't make this bigger? Wait. Okay. I want Air to look like this. That's scary, man. Yeah. See that, guys? Yeah, devils like that. You know what I'm saying? For his eye, you're looking at a masterpiece. I know, Peter. You know what I'm saying? So you want different looks, yeah. Well, what look do you guys think is the best? This look, the other look. I think this look. I mean, yeah, this look is the scariest of all of them, obviously. But the other looks are also scary too. You have different looks for the wolves, right? Yeah, he's a demon, man. Look at that, man. It's fucking scary. Yeah. Is that, guys? Yeah, devils like that. My movie. So when you bring the characters to life, you're looking at something fucking horrific, man. Yeah, man. Now I'll show you a snippet of Xanus. Show you two scenes that you guys already read. What scene? I can show you the captured scene again. Oh, your book is sick. I don't know what's the matter. This is money. Sick book. He's Ivan. I love Xanus. I know Xanus is amazing, sweetie. You know what I'm saying? It's an amazing book. Okay. Show you this scene here when they get captured. This is arguably my worst chapter in Volume 2, guys. Okay. I'll show you this scene here. Read it. Refresh your minds. When they sing a chant, yeah, they do. Behold, behold our king, Aratat, Aratat, Aratat. Behold our king, Aratat. Oh, imagine applying onto the movie. That's gonna be sick, son. Keep reading. This is like your weakest chapter. Yeah, the captured chapter is arguably my weakest chapter in Volume 2. There's not much is going on, right? But this is it's still entertaining enough to keep you hooked. Obviously, all my chapters are amazing. Obviously, read that. And that's it, guys. Yeah. You read that, you're going to be hooked. This is like my weakest chapter in Volume 2, arguably, right? Yeah. Show you one more scene I've already shown you. Landing Chaos. You want to see the scene when Takis meets Lithia, or do you want to see the Landing Chaos scene again? I'll show you the scene when Takis meets Lithia, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm now sick, I know. Just one more scene, that's it. Okay, the scene when Takis meets Lithia, I'm now sick, I know. Read this. Keep reading. Keep reading. And that's it. That's when Takis probably first meet Belle and Lithia. Alright, your book is sick. My book is sick, man. I'm showing you scenes you guys already read. I won't spoil stuff for you, right? Yeah. Alright, your book is sick, I know. Alright, you want Aratat to look like that? Yeah, even scarier than that, man. I showed you guys what I'm thinking of for the demonic. Oh, my bad. What I'm thinking of for the demonic beings. Obviously. Because I'm going to tell John Howley, I don't want the wolves to have all the same look. Have different looks for the wolves. So some look like Pennywise the Clown, like in It. Some look like that Black Phone picture. But the Black Phone picture I showed you, it's a human character wearing the mask. But like in the movie, they're not wearing a mask. It's real demonic beings. They're not humans. They're not human beings. They're demons, obviously, when I apply the visual effects. And then you have also some wolves who look more like Aratat. Aratat, I want him looking like that clip there. Obviously. And a lot of the wolves look similar to that Aratat look, but you have different... So, Ivan, you want, like, different species of wolves? Yeah, like, you have different species of... They're all the same race, but they have different looks. Obviously. You see what I'm saying? You're saying, yeah, Peter's eye, man. You're looking at devils. I know, Peter. Like, imagine beings looking like that, guys. But even scarier than that, like an Aratat and the devil's looking like that, man. Look at devils. Peter's eye, man. Looking at, you know what I'm saying? You have beings like that. They march to Saphius, and Aratat's like, there's no trace of human flesh in Saphius. You know what I'm saying? Peter's eye, man. You're looking at a mask, man. There are devils like that. Like a 20,000 army, demonic army looking like that? I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit, you're looking at a mask. He's like, this is better than my Lord of the Rings. All right, I know for his Lord of the Rings. This is Lord of the Rings. All right, I know for his Lord of the Rings. I mean, can I get a nice like $1 million? I'm like, no, Peter. No, Peter, you get 850. Stop being greedy, I'm sorry. Mel's like, can I get $400? I'm like, no, Mel, you get 370. But man, you're looking at a masterpiece. I know, Mel. This is gonna be better than my Braveheart movie. I know, Mel. I said, yeah. What you show us when Aratat captures Tatsois and Cassie is like, that seems fucking entertaining. That's your weakest chapter. Yeah. The captured chapter is arguably my weakest chapter in volume 2. Because it's very short and not really much happens in it. Obviously. When you read that, were you guys still hooked? Yeah, I'm still hooked, Ivan. Yeah. Like, even my weaker chapters are still very entertaining, but they're weaker chapters than others in my book, but even the weak chapters are still very amazing chapters. They're just not as good as the other better ones. That's my point, right? Alright, I love to see one Taki with Olivia. I know that was the thing I'm saying. Grow some, no way am I doing that. Grow some balls, Papari. How am I supposed to train you? Yeah, and I see a difference with Tactius. Like in that, yeah, you guys read snippets of my book. You see a difference in the end of volume 2 when Tactius is like, no, Tactius, that's an order, and you see him in that scene as a cocky, arrogant prince. That's why Tactius has a beautiful character arc, obviously. He's very cocky. He's a cocky, arrogant prince in volume 1 and volume 2. Then once he gets thrown in a dungeon, that humbles him, and he has more sympathy towards the Saladins. I told you, the only reason why Tactius really saved the Saladins, obviously, because he had a bit of sympathy for them. He cared about them a bit more now. He didn't want Lithia, he cared about Lithia, man. As you guys read and not seen this, he's already clarified your feelings, Tactius. We don't have time for that. I'm now sick, I know. Yeah. Cassius was pretty much telling Tactius, wake up, man. I know you're blinded by your feelings for this Lithia chick. She's a Saladin, Tactius. She's not my problem. She's not our problem. You gotta get the fuck out of here, Tactius. Stop being blinded by your feelings for Lithia. But he's blinded by his feelings for Lithia, Tactius. He likes her, obviously. That's why he's like, I can't leave Lithia. Yeah. He's like, you meet Eli's daughter. It seems you already clarified your feelings, Tactius. We don't have time for this. I said, I'm now sick, I know. Your book is sick, I know. My book is mud. Yeah. People tell me, Ivan, even the non-action scenes are fucking entertaining. Shit, like the one Tactius meets Lithia in the back of the hall in Eli's party, that's fucking entertaining, Ivan. Yeah, like man. Obviously, even like the party scenes, like Xanus, there's a lot of parties in Xanus when you read the book, right? A lot of banquet hall parties when you read the book, obviously. Ivan, how much parties are in Xanus? Like 5 parties in the book? Yeah. There's two banquet hall parties in Young Tactius. There's one banquet hall party in 20 years later. Then you have the banquet party that you guys just read in volume 2 with Lithia. That's 4. Then you have like one banquet hall party at the end of the movie, obviously. At the end of the book. Obviously, so there's 5 parties, man. That's a lot of parties in the book right now. Yeah. You're gonna see you in the movie with Von Joje, you know what I'm saying? And I meet VJ and Ariana Grande and Danielle Minette in the movie, yeah. And yeah, and because Ivan, you want people singing in the party, yeah, have these people, they play like these violins and everything. You know in those medieval movies when they meet the woman, they have this like violin music playing and everything. Yeah, beautiful music, like that. Because looking at Max, this is Lord of the Rings. I know he's Lord of the Rings. Remember the scene in Return of the King when they got like Gimli and Legolas. They had that game. They played that drinking game. Remember that? Yeah, think of something like that for the scene. Obviously, when Tactius meets Lithia, it's a banquet hall party. Yeah, something beautiful like that, man. Because this is Lord of the Rings. I know he's Lord of the Rings. And you want everything to be demons like that? Man, I'm like, yeah, Peter. Ivan, that's too scary for the world. I'm like, Peter, do you want this thing to be the greatest movie or not? I don't want Aratat being Peter the Demon Peter. I want it to be a demon, man, like that. Like these pictures here. I know I'm doing. Oh, he was yeah. I'm sorry? That's why I'm putting $1 billion per volume. That way I can have Aratat, I can put the best technology into creating the costumes and the best masks. Yeah, people tell me, Ivan, if you haven't beat prosthetic masks, it'll be like my Orc Lord of the Rings. No, Peter. The technology that you guys use to create the orc mask in your Lord of the Rings, Peter, is dated technology. Technology now is much better. I'm going to have masks like that that'll be an animal, Peter. Okay, you wanted to upgrade. Yeah, it's upgrade even better than that because I'm putting like $250 million towards all that, Peter. You want to apply the visual with it, Ivan? Yeah, I'm looking at demons, Ivan. I know, Peter. Devils and demons. Yeah. So let me get this. Let me get this to your head, guys. Imagine you have an Exodus like Prince of Egypt. You all saw Prince of Egypt, yeah. You have an Exodus like Prince of Egypt, and you have Aratat who looks like that clip I just showed you. And the devil wolves look like Aratat, and they look like those other pictures. You have the bats looking like that Delvine Annabelle. So I'm scary than that. And like you have a 20,000 demonic army looking like that marching to Saphius. And Aratat's a demon. He's like, there's no trace of human flesh in Saphius. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all the armies are wondering, like, where are they? He's like the mountains. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and like that's gonna have crazy. Yeah, here's Ivan, man. You're looking at crazy worldwide buzz, Ivan. I know. This is Lord of the Rings. I know for you, Lord of the Rings. This is Lord of the Rings. I know for you, Lord of the Rings. I'm saying, Ivan, like this is like Lord of the Rings on steroids, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? But Lord of the Rings will have most likely richer speech because of the language of the elves, but the story of Xanus is better than Lord of the Rings, obviously. Yeah. And now you guys understand why John Mega and Avon Jordan all them are lucky, man. They're going to be part of that amazing story. John Mega's like, yeah, man, I can't wait to fight those devils in your movie, Ivan. Yeah, they're going to be legends, man. John Mega and all those guys. Looking at devils and demons in the movie. That's where Oscar Isaac, Adam Driver, Daisy Wheeler are going to flick shit, obviously. John, man, please. I'm saying, I will, man. Don't worry about it. I'm not giving you word. If I ask you for word, I'm not giving you word. John May's not going to give really selfish, obviously. Looking at devils, guys. Devils and demons, yeah, man. I know. Even VJ would be like, Ivan, that's a bit too scary, Ivan. Oh my god, Ivan, that's fucking scary, Ivan. I know VJ, but like, you know what I'm saying? VJ will be experiencing the horror with me in the movie. She doesn't fight, but she's gonna go through the horror with me, obviously. All the woman characters in the movie are gonna go through the horror with me and the men, obviously, right? The Hollywood actors who are men, obviously. They're gonna go through the horror. They don't fight, but they're gonna experience the horror, obviously. Yeah. That's why all the Hollywood actors are going to really fight hard for that job, obviously. Yeah, I want to be in that. I even wrote the greatest story ever told. I want to be part of that journey, man, with Ivan and experience that whole life fame with being a face movie star with Ivan, obviously. I get paid all that money. Yeah. Sarah? Who do you think Peter will tell you to go for Maramis? Maybe Russell Crowe. Because Russell Crowe will build more buzz than Don Cheadle and Vigo, obviously. Or you might tell me to go for Vigo. But Vigo, he will be old. He'll be like 70. No, he'll be like in his late 70s, like 78. He's still good, but he'll be older, obviously. Yeah. Vigo's like, Ivan, man, I read your book, man. Sign me up. I want to be a part of that fucking story as Maramis, the captain of the Archers. If I choose him, obviously. Yeah. I didn't even make this for Lord of the Rings. I made like $1.5 million Lord of the Rings, Ivan. Yeah, Vigo sound like a 30... like $5 million deal for my movie. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. He makes like a 6 in Hollywood, right? Pay him his $10 million base, and he gets $16 million in film profits. You can pay him like $2.7 million for the game. That's 28. And he gets like $1.3 million for the merch. That's 30, and he gets like his $6 million speaking. But you go sign a $36 million deal if he's chosen. And Don Cheadle signed the similar deal, obviously. Whereas Russell Crowe sounded like a 100, like $7-8 million deal. Russell Crowe is Australian money, which is like a 3 million deal in Canadian money. Russell Crowe signed a 100 plus million deal, 100 like $8 million deal, obviously, if he's chosen, obviously. Pierre might tell me to go for Russell Crowe because Russell Crowe will build more buzz, but he's more expensive, obviously. Ivan, go for Russell Crowe, man. He's a big, powerful Hollywood actor. He will build buzz for Maramis. I might choose Russell Crowe as Maramis, the captain of the Archers. in my movie. I'm like, Russell Crowe, I'm not kidding around, man. You have to destroy the role of Maramis, the captain. Ivan, I will. Don't worry about Ivan. Don't worry about the boss. I'm gonna work much harder than you to fucking Hollywood. I don't even make it in Hollywood. Fuck Hollywood, Ivan. All the actors are gonna tell me fuck Hollywood. My Hollywood's Hollywood. I'm paying them way more than what they make in Hollywood. There we go. Sarah. Yeah. He goes like, sign me up, Ivan. I want to be part of this amazing journey. Does Maramis experience the horror of the wall? Yes, he does. Yeah, Maramis fights in the war. He fights in the war. Yeah, Maramis goes through the horror too, obviously. Yeah. I will spoil story for you, right? Think something more badass than Legolas in Lord of the Rings, because I'm putting more money into the technology for visual effects and special effects, and the actors are going through like a year of training, man, a year of tackle training, so they're gonna look badass in the movie. I'm doing 1 year of tackle training, and the women have to do a year of horse training, as they're gonna be riding real horses in the movie. For the horse race, the actors are not gonna ride real horses. I don't want them getting injured. But in the movie, they will be riding horses, obviously. As Lord of the Rings, Viggo and all those guys did ride real horses. Obviously. Some Sarah. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying, man. If you have that Exodus scene, and you have Aratat looking like that, except scarier than that, they're devils, a 20,000 army look like that, and they arrive to the city, and Aratat's like, there's no trace of human flesh in Saphius. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at a masterpiece, man, I know. The greatest movie children. I'm not kidding around, guys. You're looking at the greatest movie children ever made, man. You'll see it when you read my book. And you guys read the scenes I showed you. Yeah, Ivan, if you adapt it to the screen, that's a masterpiece. Yeah. You have the scene when Takis meets Lithia, and I'm saying you're looking at an amazing movie, man. Yeah, man. As like Peter Jackson's like, yeah, Ivan, this is going to be the greatest movie children ever made, Ivan. I don't fear. This is better than my Lord of the Rings, Ivan. My Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece, Ivan. This is better than my Lord of the Rings, Ivan. I don't fear. Ivan, I enjoyed your book more in Jared Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. I don't fear Lord of the Rings. So, Ivan, seriously, man. I enjoyed your book more in Jared Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. I don't fear Lord of the Rings, I'm saying. I think you got a masterpiece, man. Yeah, man. A masterpiece. Yeah, man. A masterpiece, man. Yeah. He's like, oh my god, Ivan, that's fucking scary. I know, VJ. Yeah. Ivan, will the mask be already scary? Yeah, like when the actors wear the mask, that's already pretty scary. That's already horrific. Peter's like, yeah, Ivan, trust me, if you think this is scary, once you apply all that money towards the mask, the visual effects and special effects towards the mask and everything, you're looking at devils and demons, Ivan, the most horrific beings ever in movie history, Ivan. Like, this is a revelation of horror. Like, there's never been a movie made like this before, Ivan, where you have beings this scary, Ivan. This is like next level, like deep scary, Ivan. Whereby the wolf fills for you guys. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I want the wolf to fill for us. That way, it's a powerful, epic masterpiece, obviously, of a story. Obviously, I know what I'm doing. And that's why I don't want to sell. I don't want the Hollywood companies touching my story. They're going to ruin my story. Hollywood will put maybe $350 million towards Xanus. Guys, $350 million won't cut it. I'm talking to you, Hollywood executives. $350 million towards Xanus won't cut it. You got to put like a billion plus towards that, man. You want to have beautiful worldling buried than Pandora, and unheard of battle scenes that will blow all these movies, battle scenes out of the water. And I want the beings to be horrific devils and demons. I know what I'm doing. That we tell a powerful story. You know what I'm saying? And all you guys like, Ivan, yeah, I can picture you feces looking something like that. Yeah. Like the Bat King of the Mountains. Yeah, you're looking at an amazing movie, man. The bats are also demons too. Yeah, and that's fucking scary. Yeah. They're demons, man. Obviously. And they sound like demons too. Peter, I want them to sound like devils and demons too. Yeah, okay, that way it's more powerful. Not too much. But like, I want them having that demonic voice, obviously. You put special effects into the voice. You have sound effects into their voices where they sound more like devils. That way it's scary. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, when they talk, it affects your spirit. You get goosebumps, right? I don't do it. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go get some food upstairs. I'll talk maybe several minutes. I'm done. I made like almost a 1 hour video, and after that I'm done, guys. I'm not gonna talk for it anymore after that. Okay, so I'm guys on my show. Right. Never mind, guys. I'm not gonna get my food. I'll just eat my food after I finish this video. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But you guys don't really know what I'm saying because you haven't read my book yet. But once you read my book, yeah, it'll finally hit your mind. Yeah, if Ivan puts a lot of money towards this and he has Aratat and all the devils like that, what he showed us on the Cyborg YouTube channel, you're looking at the greatest movie children made. Yeah. And you're also going to picture all the scenes that you guys read, like the Lithia scene, when Takis meets Lithia for the first time. Yeah, that's a beautiful scene. Yeah, and you also have the scene when they get captured. Tell me who you are. You are in my domain, my territory in the south. How dare you come here? What are you taking for, a fool? You know what I'm saying? I know that you came down here looking for someone special. I know nothing of what you speak. The child, Tactius. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, imagine having a demon look like that, man. Yeah. So you're going to have a scene with John Maega and Ji-Won Su. They're in Barak, and all the tens of thousands of demonic wolves are staring at them and laughing at them. And my idea is when Aratat says, hello, humans, all the wolves are laughing at them. All the demon wolves are laughing at John Maega and Ji-Won Su. They're demons like that, man. Previous Ivan, they laugh at them. Yeah, in the book, they don't laugh at them. In the movie, you add that when Aratat says, hello, humans, and he gets out of his royal tent, he sits on his throne, on his royal chair, obviously. He's like, hello. He's like, good day, humans. And the wolves are laughing at John Maega and Ji-Won Su. Here's Ivan, you want like all those devils laughing at John Maega and Ji-Won Su? I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit, I'm looking at a masterpiece, Ivan. Here's Ivan, man, like, volume 1 and 2, Ivan, like, that scene is already, like, powerful enough and fucking entertaining. We didn't even reach volume 3 yet when it gets dark and deep. I know, Peter. With the X's, Ivan, like, this is gonna be, like, so entertaining, and it's gonna be the greatest movie children made. This is more deeper than the Bible, Ivan. I know, Peter. That's what all the rings are. I know, Peter. They're all the rings. That's what all the rings are. I know, Peter. They're all the rings. They're relaxed, calm down. I'm saying, yeah. No, Ivan, serious, man. If you think my Lord of the Rings is good, this is better than my Lord of the Rings, Ivan. I know, Peter. It's very Lord of the Rings. And Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece, man. But it's not Xanus. Xanus is even deeper than Lord of the Rings. Peter's Ivan, man, this is deeper. This is much deeper than even my Lord of the Rings, Ivan. This is deep, man. This is like biblical level deep, I know. No, I said, yeah. Yeah. So imagine you have that capture scene in the movie with the demon wolves looking like that, and you have John Maega and Ji-Won Su. They walk in, they get captured, obviously. You guys read about the scene, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And like Aratat says, good day, humans. He's a devil like that. And the demon wolves are laughing at them. And John Maega and Ji-Won Su are scared for their life. You know what I'm saying? That's already entertaining enough. You didn't even reach the Exodus scene yet, man. So you're going to be just hooked, entertained throughout all 3 volumes. And even the non-scary wolf scenes are entertaining shit too. With the dungeon scene, the drama in Xanus. When Takis meets Lydia, that's also entertaining shit too. The subplot of romance, that's entertaining shit too. The spies, the drama, yeah, man, it's non-stop entertainment. It's a masterpiece, man. That's why no movie trilogy will ever beat that, man. Can't beat that. It's too good. Yeah. That's why everyone's like, yeah, man, Ivan's a fucking creative genius, mastermind creative genius, man. He wrote that masterpiece, man. If you turn it into a movie looking at the greatest movie children ever made, I know. Greatest movie children ever made, guys. He's Ivan. I love your Xanus book. I know Xanus is amazing. Obviously, Ivan, show us new scenes. No, if I from now on, if I show you more scenes in Xanus, it's gonna be repeat scenes, re-snippets of what you guys already read. I don't want to show you new scenes. I won't spoil surf you guys, man. You guys will see what I'm doing in my book. I won't spoil surf you, Sarah. That's why Xanus will be the greatest movie shows were made. Obviously. And John Cameron, yeah, I see what you're saying, man. I read sections of your book, and you show us what your idea for the demonic beings. You have them looking like that, and you have that Exodus, like Prince of Egypt, and Aratat arrives to the empty city, and he's like, "There's no trace of human flesh in Sapiens." That's gonna, yeah, that's a masterpiece. But you guys don't know because you haven't read my book. But once you read my book, you'll see what I mean. So I'm saying it'll be better than George Lucas' Star Wars originals. It'll be better than Lord of the Rings. Better than Dune 2, man. And those are masterpieces of movies, but it's not insane. Xanus is next level masterpiece. It's too deep, obviously. Ivan, is it very deep, Volume 3? Yes, Volume 3 is so deep. It's biblical level deep, guys. It's very deep. It's Jesus level deep, man. Sounds like, really? Yeah, like Xanus is Jesus level deep, whereby Tactius is nagging and he prays like Jesus. You'll say when you read the book, I won't spoil the story for you. That's why he has a beautiful character arc, Tactius. He's a changed man. Obviously. Yo, I see a difference. Why should I just have here? I see a difference with Tactius when he meets Litha. He's a cocky, arrogant prince. To the end of Volume 2, when he's like, "No, Taft, I need you protecting people." Yeah, Tactius matures a little bit. That's not really Tactius' maturity stage. No, Tactius' maturity stage is when you read Volume 3. That's when he gets very, very mature. He's no longer that cocky, arrogant prince anymore. That's why he has an amazing arc. And he's in prayer, obviously. He prays, man. Sounds Ivan, he prays. Yeah, that's why you get Jesus in the little Tactius. He prays. He prays, obviously. He's in prayer, yeah. He's in agony, too. And his Selden friends, some of his Selden friends and some of his family members are crying when he's in agony. I almost spoiled the story. That's a dark episode of Tactius' life when you read Volume 3. That's why I'm not showing Volume 3, you guys. I want Ivan to show us Volume 3. No, guys. I don't want to spoil the story for you. I don't want to spoil the story for you guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. You know, Peter's like, "Ivan, he's a changed man." Ivan, this is a massive man. Ivan, how the heck did you come up with this story, man? This is the greatest story ever told, Ivan. Oh, Peter, this is one of the things, Ivan. No, Peter. It's Bread of the Rings, wasn't it? Bread of the Rings, Peter. Some Sarah. Oh, fuck. Some Sarah. That's why Xanus will be the greatest story ever told, guys. Anyways, guys, I talked for almost an hour. That's good enough for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the show. I'm signing off. Peace. Stone Hames, and peace out, guys. Hope you enjoy the show.